Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll give it to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. You do think basketball in this rivalry, but there is football history. Gale Sayers, Todd Reese, and Chase Daniel, the Mangino era for the Jayhawks. At times, this was one of the best rivalries on the planet.
Well, they started playing in 1891, and it's unfortunate with conference realignment that this rivalry game kind of went away. I wish we saw it more often.
Yeah, and we've seen it all across college football. We get robbed of the rivalries, and then in turn, we kind of forget about them. So good to have this rivalry back.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. First down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Mizzou put a spanking on the Jayhawks the last time they met.
Wins always feel great, but Missouri blowing out Kansas for them, that was ecstasy for their players, coaches, and fans.
Yeah, and it's just an awesome opportunity to be like, yeah, we own you. Like, go back to where you came from and just letting you know, like, this rivalry isn't a rivalry between us and you.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. 3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
The Jayhawks are on the move. He's looking to throw it. They're working that left side. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Pressure coming. Using his feet to buy time. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. He'll just keep slinging it. Fires left. That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a... And there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And the Jayhawks will have it 1st and 10. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Now on the option. The pitch. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Texas A&M is totally getting wrecked today. You bring Johnny Football back here in his prime, and even he wouldn't change the outcome of this one. They're trailing by 14 to Texas. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He lets it fly. And he intercepts it. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line.
Make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the right. Lost, the defense is wide open. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk.
This offense is so good, and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Missouri gets to the line quickly. The give to the tailback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. The play action fake. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggle the first quarter, Palmer. Rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. And I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
A first down for the offense. Running back goes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Not much room to run. Give him one to the 7. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Line getting set on second down. He's going to run it. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Casey. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field. And a tremendous return on the play before he's brought down.
And there's so much skill to these returns. As soon as you get the football, man, watch the defensive guys turn into blockers and understanding how to follow your blockers. And he did everything right except for getting the end zone. Got it inside the 5-yard line. Now set up the offense with great field position.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They're going to give him another chance on 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Kansas offense returns to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little.
Unleashes one deep. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had two guys near that ball.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew him, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. He's looking to pass. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd down, going up top. Throws to the wideout. That one will be incomplete. 10 seconds to go. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Already proven reliable. Once he'll try a 2nd field goal, this one a 37-yarder. And it's right down the boulevard. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Only 7 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Let's see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Defense dropping into soft coverage. He's going to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, a lot of times you see the way people close halves, the way people close games goes so far in determining who wins. Nice execution by this offense late in the 1st half. Now they're just an extra point away from having the lead going into halftime.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Jayhawks will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
And the Tigers in the hurry-up. Handoff to the lone back. Oh, he left him grabbing. Speeding down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Missouri!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, his speed, he was gone.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. See if they can do that here.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to go up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. So the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Fires to the wideout. Fires it incomplete. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his man. It's Neal. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
You don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Holds and fires complete to the right. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Jayhawks headed quickly to the line. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit them with a big run. Now they hit them with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run?
He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? The quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
They'll run the option. He gets into the end zone, and the two-point conversion ties the game. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished things off with a scoring toss from the 33. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Man, those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, shooting up 4 to 6 yards on a pop like that. Puts you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number one, you got to stop the run.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Running back searching for a hole. And as they get into the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight. It's close, tied here in the fourth quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have back.
He slings it deep to the left. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The RPO fired complete to the left.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the fourth quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing
Touchdown, Kansas! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Defense has to do a better job with their assignment football, trying to slow this option play down. Someone has to account for the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch man. That time they were missing the pitch man outside. That's why he scored.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Jacksonville State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Gamecocks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Hawaii. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
At the 35, he's loose. Hit the afterburners, kid. The 20. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Man, having a great back makes life so easy on your offense. It balances everybody out. It commits more guys to the box. And this guy all season long, he's in the top 10 in rushing for a reason. He's continued to make plays. You continue to trust him.
Touchdown, Tiger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Quarterback checking off. To the air, it's Daniels. He'll take the deep shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. They just weren't able to come down with that one.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Throws to the wideout. Makes a grab enough for the first.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get. To make the catch. He already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Jayhawks getting set on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dan, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Running behind that left side. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They're bringing heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. They were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble. You just couldn't secure it.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he wants it all. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The give to the left side. Makes his man miss. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. They're testing the right side here. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They think there's room to run to the right here. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
You got to call the game to win it right now. Less than a minute to go. A field goal is going to do it for you. Every time you drop back and throw the ball, you're risking taking a sack. So if you're going to throw it, the ball's got to come out quickly. But I think at this juncture, you'd love to be able to run and give your field goal kicker a chance.
Runs through the tackle. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. They're rushing to the line, already in position for the potential game winner. Got to spike it and stop the clock. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
And at this point on the field, I guess why not try to guess the snap count? Defense gets caught, still 1st and goal. They're going to run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we've got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Marches ahead. Touchdown Tigers. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
That is just how the coach wants to draw it up. Take up all the clock, score the go-ahead touchdown. This one is all but over.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Fires to the wideout. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish now.